The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the $1 Million Championship.
I smell money, guys.
Everything about DiBiase is high class, the best of the best. DiBiase sweats champagne.
Sweat champagne? That's disgusting.
Hey, at least if you lose to the $1 Million Man, you get a $100 bill stuffed down your throat.
That's even worse.
Bigger payday than you ever received, Saxton.
Byron, DiBiase's shoes cost more than your house.
I just don't agree with the fact that Ted DiBiase truly believes everyone has a price.
Because they do.
Byron, you would do anything to be a part of his stable. Oh, guys, what an incredible treat. The legendary Rowdy Roddy Piper. WWE Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats.
Roddy Piper's entire career has been predicated on being controversial.
When you think you've got the answers, Hot Rod changes the questions.
Introducing the challenger from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Introducing the champion from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the $1 Million Champion, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Don't change that dial.
The WWE Universe is chomping to the bit to see these two competitors go at it.
You can count me in on the excitement. I can't wait.
Well, the door's locked, and at this point, the competitors might just be wondering exactly what they've gotten themselves into.
Any of DiBiase's opponents need to look out for the $1 Million Dream, or else they'll be paying for a trip to Dream Street.
I think the $1 Million Man will probably pick up the tab because it's one of the most devastating sleeper holds ever to be applied in a WWE ring, and he can slap it on at any time.
Vertical suplex.
Nice.
Oh, nasty impact.
We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
Oh, that's That's unnecessary.
Corey, you touched on something moments ago that's so important for the combatants in a steel cage match to remember. A superstar must be able to think offensively to figure out how they're going to escape the cage. They must think defensively at the same time so they can prevent their opponent from getting out of the cage first and winning the match.
Well, a superstar must become comfortable with escaping the cage by both exiting the cage door and by climbing over the top of the cage. They must also be aware of their attributes and what's best for them. Let's just say if you're a giant like The Big Show, The Undertaker, Kane, or even Braun Strowman,
he's got him covered, and he doesn't stay down for long.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Oh! Boom, what impact!
oh boy, he is rolling. And Roddy Piper slips out of harm's way.
Oh, what impact! Guys, the $1 Million Man was at the center of perhaps the most infamous moment in the history of the WWE Championship when he tried to purchase the title back in 1988.
And he was almost...
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Not yet. This is not the place where you want to underestimate your competition.
Absolutely not.
As Saxton mentioned, DiBiase nearly became WWE Champion in 1988, but let's not forget the most egregious part of that whole plan. Of course, I'm talking about the referee switch.
Yeah, it's hard to believe...
Uh-oh.
Scoop slam.
Setting up in the... Nailed it.
Is that it? Is it over?
I think $1 Million Man is done playing.
Figure 4 leg lock. No choice but to tap.
Can he end it?
Locked in.
Now that's how you make a statement.
Talk about a painful move.
There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match.
Steel cage action kicking off here, guys.
Look at them, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals.
Harsh impact. What a strike. The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cover here.
And that was only a 1.
And the match continues.
Got him up.
Oh, my Lord. Straight right.
Good night.
This could be all she wrote. Is he done? And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been disastrous.
Double axe handle smash.
Champ not looking good right now. He has an amazing opportunity here to cement his legacy as one of the greatest champions in recent memory.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment tonight. You don't step in the ring with this guy and walk away completely unscathed.
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight up the top of the steel cage. Wow.
What? Roddy Piper's going for it. There it is.
That is a game changer.
Could have a stiff neck for a while.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Suplex.
Oh, the knee just being torn apart now.
Whoa, he works his way out.
A bit of a Houdini job right there.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
What a clothesline.
Ouch.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Got the reversal.
Uh-oh.
Scoop slam.
Setting up in the beautiful technique.
But he's got to capitalize now.
If you remember, guys, after the... And the champ kicks out.
It's going to take more than that.
He's not going to like this.
Figure four leg lock. No choice but to tap.
That one
Locked in. But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? Speaking of the $1 Million Championship that Michael brought up, I remember when it was unveiled on the Brother Luck.
Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
Color me surprised, Michael. I did not see that one coming.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Byron, given how lethal the $1 Million Dream is, I would have to think priority number one when facing Ted DiBiase is avoiding that move.
Oh, I'd agree with that, Michael, but that's easier said than done. Some of WWE's biggest names have tried and failed to avoid the $1 Million Dream.
Eludes that one. Ooh! He's looking for the win. And the champ kicks out.
Not yet.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured.
The WWE Championship is on the line. Yes! Takes it! And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
This match wasn't exactly a barn burner, but we can't expect every superstar to be on their A game every time, I guess. These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well. This was one of those matches that had flashes of brilliance, but never quite lived up to all the hype. Good match overall.
Here's your winner, and the new $1 Million Champion, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight.
And folks, as a reminder, the action tonight is coming to you from one of the greatest wrestling hotbeds of all time, Minneapolis, Minnesota.